Hey, what's up everyone? It's your buddy Matt here. Welcome back to my channel. Minus 23 degrees Celsius. Not too sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I can assure you it is very, very cold. Today we're going to open up this big old barn over here because I would like to get an old snowmobile running in order to make some cross-country ski trails. I think I have an idea which one I want to get going, but before we do that, let's just take a little look around this wonderful barn to see what kind of goodies we have stashed away. So for those of you who have been on my channel before, you guys all remember this one. It's my 1968 Super Alpine with the 370 Rotax in it. One of my favorite sleds. Right here next to it is that wonderful Nordic that we used in that vintage snowmobile run. Again, I got a video on that if you want to go check it out. Other things we have here in the barn, these are some of my uncle's sleds, an old Motoski and an old Tnt. Up on the rack, we got some other goodies. I want to talk about this one right here. As we speak right now, it is currently, I guess, my sled because I traded it for this wonderful PRS beast over here. I'm not sure if that was clear. Basically, I owned this and I traded it for that. This is a 1990 Mach 1. It does have a 91, 2, or 3, I forget, hood and seat on it, but it is a 1990. I bought this when I was probably about 20 years old. 19 years ago. Used it for a season or two, enjoyed it. It was like my newest sled. All these years, it spent a lot of time outside. And my uncle, who's starting to get into the old PRS sleds, asked me if I was willing to trade it. I said, sure. And I wanted to have his 1966 little single-cylinder Olympic. So that's going to be a project eventually on my channel. Another really cool thing I'd love to show you guys is this. It just looks like a standard old Alpine, but it's a pretty rare one. This is an actual 67 Alpine with the 370 Rotax in it. If you notice, it has the special carburetor that was only made 1 year with the fuel pump mounted right on the side. Does it belong to me? Oh, I wish. This is a guy that bought it off someone, I think, in the States, and it's staying here for the time being, so it's kind of just eye candy, but I figure I show it to you. It did see better days in terms of a cowl, but overall, it's a pretty cool sled. Pretty rare to have a 67 Alpine with the 370. But now back to our chickens because time and temperature are putting a lot of pressure on me right now. This sled has not ran for 2 years. Last time it ran was in that video that I shot, the one of me going through all the powder. And it's been parked here ever since. I'm going to try to put a little bit of fresh gas in it, check and see if the primer still works, and hopefully it won't give me too much of a hard time to start. Okay, so first thing I'd like to do is maybe give this gas a little whiff. It did have fresh gas in it when I got it started a few years ago, and it's only been 2 years, and I did use ethanol-free gas. So I'm going to give this gas a little whiff. We're still going to add 5 liters of fresh stuff to it. I think it's going to go better if this hood's off, though. Okay, so gas smells pretty darn good. We're still going to add maybe 3 or 4 liters of nice fresh stuff. This is 40-to-1 mix. Pay no attention to what's written on the can. I decided to go with 40-to-1 this season for all my old sleds. Ethanol-free, high-octane fuel. And we'll save a bit in case we have to pour some down its throat hole. Okay, so next thing's next. This guy, because it doesn't have the original carb, it does have a primer on it. We're going to go ahead and just see if this primer works. We'd be real lucky if it did. Good old-fashioned Kimpex primer not working as expected. So I found myself plan B over here to that primer. If ever you're wondering, plan C is right over here. Hopefully we won't have to resort to using the old Scandic, but we never know. Okay, so minus 23 cold start. Let's give it a try. Key on, choke. gas getting up. Oh, look at you lucky guys going behind the scenes. I was editing up this video and I noticed something that I didn't really notice when I was in the heat of the action trying to get it going. If you notice over here, look at all the exhaust smoke coming out on this side. The muffler on this engine is over here, and if you notice, there's a lot of exhaust pressure or smoke getting popped out over here. I mean, look at all this. And then if you look over here at the muffler, you just sort of see it kind of smoldering. Just to put you into context, this is a two-cylinder opposed that fires at the same time. So both cylinders hit top dead center at the same time, fire at the same time. And it normally is quite a popper in terms of exhaust, and to have basically nothing really coming out of that muffler and all that smoke coming out of the side makes me kind of wonder if my issue with this sled is perhaps a clogged muffler. I mean, look at this angle over here. You can see again, you know, that muffler is just barely smoldering, not normal, a whole bunch of smoke coming up, you know, underneath the engine. I'm not sure yet. I haven't validated it, but this could be another mystery solved through recreational filmmaking. All right, let's get back to that video. Not too sure if that's good or bad, but at least it's sort of running. Okay, so not so sure how well it's going. I know that sort of ran for about a minute, had to keep the choke on pretty consistently. The belt smells pretty burnt, even though it's not visibly affected. I'm going to try starting up again, maybe see if I can get it to idle. I know that, you know, it's kind of revving up and it's sort of running okay, but maybe try to get some of the old gas out of the carb. Not so sure if I'll be able to do it, but anyways, we're kind of at the halfway point. Halfway between success and failure. Okay, I'm going to try doing something that I've never really done before. Hold on a second, I just got to count these turns here. Half. 1. 1 1/4. So I'm going to pull out the jets with the carburetor still on the machine, and I'm going to shoot a little bit of carb cleaner. The idea being that, you know, right now it's sort of running with the choke. Doesn't want to idle. I had this carb fully apart 2 years ago, and it is siphoning up gas, doing a good job of doing that. I can see the return lines full. But we'll just try cleaning out. Maybe there's just a little bit of residue, a little bit of old oil and old gunk. Try to flush it out. I don't have any compressed air with me, so we can't really blow it out. It's gonna have to, I don't know how it's gonna enjoy starting up with a throat full of this carb cleaner, but anyways, we don't have anything to lose. And we'll do the same thing over here with this other jet. I think this is the, I don't know, is this the high jet? I think so. All right, let's see if that helps us out at all. case, I'm not so sure if this is going to make any difference, but figured I'd change the plugs just in case. Both of them looked absolutely fine. It's running on both cylinders. Both plugs are nice and warm. But anyhow, let's just see if this just does anything. I'm kind of running out of options that I feel like doing today. All right, well, looks like we're switched onto the GoPro. Cell phone froze. And if you're wondering why the audio might not be as good as usual, my microphone froze right off the bat. I mean, so I've been filming just with my telephone and this GoPro. No mic. Anyhow, hopefully this is okay. I don't think we're going to get this guy started today, only because I didn't really feel like doing any actual mechanics, kind of a day off. All right, so disappointment upon disappointment. Even my GoPro battery just froze. Right now I'm on my backup battery. My mouth is starting to freeze up, having a hard time talking. We're gonna cheat a little. I'm gonna just cut right into a video of me riding that Alpine. Shot this video 2 years ago, but anyways, good enough. At least you get to see a little bit of riding on it. And after that, we're gonna call it a day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take a second to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.